how do I overcome the desire for a father figure? He wasn't ready to be a dad, I guess.
I'm not going to give him that pass. None of us are.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, hon. Every single daughter deserves a dad that would burn the world down for her. Because here's what happens when dads walk out on their daughter. What's going on? What's going on? This is John with the Dr. John Delony Show, coming to you from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm so glad you're with us. Taking your calls on your mental and emotional health, your grief, your sadness, your joy. You're trying to figure out what's the next right move. I'm so glad you pulled up a seat and you're hanging out with us today. Let's go out to Medford, Oregon and talk to Marie. What's up, Marie?
Hi, Dr. John. How are you this morning?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
What's up?
So, basically, my question is, I spent like half my life without a father in the home, and I was just wondering, basically, how do I overcome the desire for a father figure before it gets me into trouble? And I know the quick answer to that is you just don't do stuff that gets you into trouble.
Well, it's not that. It's you never, ever try to squash a desire for a father figure. That's innate. That's built into all of us.
Okay.
It like don't ever not want to have a male figure in your life that's 10, 15, 20 years down the road that you can anchor into. And in your case, like, it breaks my heart that it's not your dad, because it should have been your dad. Where'd your dad go?
So,
You're all right. Take a breath.
I guess he was never. He wasn't ready to be a dad, I guess.
I'm not going to give him that pass.
Yeah.
None of us are.
Yeah.
None of us are.
But yeah, as of now, he's, I think, in Southern California. I haven't spoke to him in probably 9 years or something. So.
Do you know where he is? Did you have the ability to reach out, or has he made it clear he didn't want anything to do with you?
I guess he hasn't really made it clear. He hasn't put forth much effort to reach out, but I think if I reached out, he'd be open to it, but I don't know that I want to reach out.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
So what I'll tell you is getting somebody, whether it's a grandparent, an uncle, a coach, a professor, somebody that you can practice, it sounds crazy to say, practice developing trust with. And when you do that, you have to be very careful about your boundaries. Because there's men out there that will find somebody in your situation and will welcome them in for their own like purposes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, hon. Every single daughter deserves a dad that would burn the world down for her.
Yeah, that's true.
No, listen to me. I'm the father of a daughter. I'm telling you the truth. It's the way it's supposed to be. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
So where are you worried about making choices that aren't good for you?
So on my mom's side, I have wonderful extended family. I have, a good grandpa. I have a couple of good uncles, especially one. But I don't know. There's something about, I don't know if it's just my love language, if that's even the thing. But just touch. It's like a craving, and I don't know what to do with it. I don't want it.
Oh, it's awesome when it's channeled in the right way, right? And there's a whole bunch of 18, 19, 20 and up that will take it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is your uncle safe?
He is. He very much is.
Does he live by you?
Yeah. I guess
What's the question beneath the question?
I don't really know. Maybe it's
How old are you?
18.
18.
Yeah.
Are you sexually active?
No.
Okay.
And I don't really have a desire to be.
Okay. So what do you, I feel like you're at war with your body. You don't want to feel like you need a dad. You don't want to feel like you need touch. Like I'm hearing you say you don't want to feel in your own skin. Tell me about that.
Pretty much, yeah. It doesn't feel like there's an outlet for it. I don't want it.
Is it because it hurts so bad because it's supposed to be the space that your dad filled and he left?
I think so.
Okay.
And it was, like, even when he was here, it was never filled.
Yeah.
So.
The fact that you're asking this at 18 is amazing. Because most people go their whole lives trying to fill that hole with sex, with alcohol, with work. Some people try to fill it with religion. They just shove practices down to try to numb themselves out. Like, the fact that you're asking this right now is really powerful. You're very wise. The challenge for you is to find somebody like your uncle who's safe and to have the courage to not run from what you feel, but to own what you feel. Here's the difference. Uncle's there, he gives you a side hug, and you take that little scrap of connection. And then you just try to white knuckle your way through it and not hold it. Instead of texting your uncle and saying, I need a big hug from Uncle whoever. And so when I see you next, I need you to hold me tight and don't let go. And there's a weird thing that's happened over the last 15, 20 years, and that there's a swath of great men who, more than anything, don't want to be creepy.
Yeah.
And if you feel safe and this person's trustworthy, saying, I need you to hug me and hold me tight, might be the permission that he's been needing to love you and care for you in a way that he's seen you hurting, and he just doesn't have the courage. He's scared. He doesn't want to scare you. But when I say owning it, it's you saying, here's what I need, and here's my boundaries. I'm not going to go chase this from strangers. I'm not going to go jump into bed with folks because I just need touch. I'm not going to drink that feeling away. I'm going to find safe people like my uncle, like my granddad. I'm going to be very clear about what I need. But hear me say this as directly as I can, Marie. There's not something wrong with you. There's something very wrong with the situation that your dad left you in. Okay? You're not broken. You're not messed up. You're not screwed up.
It's kind of a follow-up question. I've been pretty open with my uncle with, lots of things. He knows things my mom doesn't know. But...
Like what?
Even just kind of this feeling, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I've kind of discussed with him about it, but just in conversation with him, I don't want to overcross like his boundaries.
You're his niece.
Mm-hmm.
His job is to be the adult, and so it's not your job. Because here's what happens when dads walk out on their daughters. You walk around, whether you know this or not, whether this is a conscious voice or a little tiny voice that sits way in the back of your heart. You walk around asking, what was so bad about me that dad left? I see all these other girls whose dads are big and strong and macho and loud. And if you date my daughter, I'm gonna. And your dad said, nah, you're on your own. I'm out. And then that little voice directs you to make sure you take care of and manage every other adult relationship, because now you know that's an option that the adults in your life can just leave. And no kid should know that's even an option. It's not your job to manage your uncle, your granddad's boundaries. That's their job. They're adults. It's your job to manage yours. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Give him permission to love you recklessly. And he won't be able to fill that dad-sized hole in your heart, but man, he can help you get re-anchored.
Mm-hmm.
And as you head off into college, head off into the workforce or something, finding a mentor that you trust. And often mentors can be found through other strong women who are a few years ahead of you that will say, we've been here for 3 years or 5 years at this company or at this college, whatever. That guy's safe.
Mm-hmm.
And you find people that can mentor you. The greatest compliment I get from the younger women that I work with is when they say, you're the big brother that we never had.
Yeah.
Right? I can't be their dad. I'm not their uncle. I'm not family. But I can tell them the truth. I can try to be wise. I can say, I wouldn't date that guy, right? I can be that role, right? The big brother that they never had. And your mission is to find those people and just be very clear about what are your boundaries. I'm not going to go to bed with anybody. I'm not going to be in a situation where I'm unsafe. I'm not going to be one-on-one at a bar, right? Like, I'm going to put myself in safe situations, but that becomes your mission. It's not to run from this sense that I need to be anchored into somebody.
Okay.
If you hear nothing else I say, hear me as clearly as I can. There isn't and there never was anything wrong with you. Your dad didn't leave because of you, okay?
Okay.
It wasn't that he wasn't ready to be a dad. It's that he refused to answer the call when it came.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. And I'm sitting here with you because you know why? That hurts worse. It's almost easier to say he couldn't than he wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If the house is on fire and he's only got one leg, it's easier to say he couldn't climb up the ladder to save me. Then, no, he was able-bodied down there. He just chose not to. That's a harder reality to deal with, right?
Yeah.
And this is not your job in any way, shape, form, or fashion, but it may one day. It's that old saying's not by your hand, but it's in your lap. It's not at all your fault that your house flooded, but here you are, right? It's not at all your fault that your dad walked out on you. But if you have his phone number, maybe one day you call him and say, Dad, what was so bad about me? And maybe he just says, I've needed this call. Or maybe right now the anger is too strong, it's too powerful, and that's okay. Or maybe you just need to move on, that's okay. I hate this for him, heartbroken for you. Dads aren't supposed to leave their daughters. But it sounds like you've got a good man in your life that's family, that's trustworthy. Maybe it's having the courage just to call him and say, hey, Uncle whoever, Uncle John, I'm 18 now. My dad left. I need hugs. I need wisdom. I need somebody to vet my people I'm dating. I need someone that I can sit down with. I'm thinking about going to college or taking this job. And I'm designating you. Do you accept the job? My gut tells me he's going to exhale and say, I've been waiting for this forever. And you can say, I'm going to hug you. You don't let go. I'll let go when I'm done. And that might be the greatest gift you've given him and that he can in return give you. Wanting to be touched and wanting to be held and wanting to be said, you're beautiful and I love you and I'm glad you're my daughter. That doesn't make you broken. That makes you very, very human. And to the dads listening to this podcast, don't ever leave your daughters. When we come back, a woman asks how to ask her husband to keep his mom out of the family finances. Yikes. All right, team, I'm excited to tell you about a brand new sponsor for this show, Cove. Cove is an affordable DIY home security company that has one mission: help you protect your family for less than $1 a day. We all see the news. The world is getting chaotic, and there's so many fly-by-night home security companies. Cove is somebody that I trust. Cove cameras stream live video and audio directly to your control panel and your phone so you can see and hear what's happening at your house in real time. That clarity and control over your home can give you peace of mind. And it's super helpful if you have kids at home so they can see who's at the door without opening it. With Cove, you customize your security system through a quick online quiz so you only get what your home actually needs. Setup is super simple. It takes like 30 minutes and you're on your way. This is a great way for you to protect the people you love without breaking the bank. Every Cove system comes with a 60-day risk-free trial. Now is the perfect time to get Cove. They are offering an exclusive Black Friday and Cyber Monday sale for my audience. Visit covesmart.com and use my code Delony at checkout for up to, get this, 80% off your first order. That's Cove, C-O-V-E, covesmart.com, and use code Delony at checkout. All right, we all get that feeling like something's off in the world. Actually, there's tons of things feeling off in the world. But right now, I've got this constant hum of anxiety. And a lot of that starts with these phones. I feel like they're listening to us. They monitor every move we make. And when I pull out my laptop, every single keystroke I make is being tracked. We're living in a time when personal information like your name, address, phone number, even your family's information is being bought and sold behind our back without our consent. It's not just a privacy issue. When your personal data is scattered across the internet, we're all carrying this low-level stress, and we might not even be able to put our finger on it. This is why I use Delete Me. Delete Me is a service that hunts down your personal information that's being held on all these shady data broker websites, and it makes sure that it's all removed. It's like digital boundary setting. When you take back control of your information, you don't just feel safer, you are safer, and that helps you feel calmer. And look, it's not about hiding from the world. It's just about choosing what parts of your life are for public knowledge and what's for your private knowledge. If you want less chaos and more control, this is a simple place to start. Go to joindeleteme.com/Delony and use code Delony to get 20% off an annual plan. That's joindeleteme.com/Delony to save 20% off. Go check them out. All right, let's go to Durango, Colorado, or as Kelly calls it, Durango, and talk to Sarah. What's up, Sarah?
How's it going, John?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing good.
What's up?
Oh, gosh. So my
so much.
It's like, where do you begin? Like, where's the starting point? So my husband and I run my own business. I run a cleaning business, and my husband was in the medical field for a super long time, and he just got out. He wants to kind of start his own business, and we're struggling a little bit with our finances. And
what does that mean?
So it kind of came.
What does that mean? You don't make enough money because your husband quit his job?
Yeah. I mean, he's been doing fine with like his business, like he's bringing in an income with it. And I just started college classes, and it ended up being a lot more money than I expected it to be. So I had to like dumped quite a bit of my savings into it. And then like he ended up wrecking his car into a field of elk. And so we had to like dump more money into getting another vehicle. And now it's like we need to register and title that vehicle. And there's been certain points where it's like, and we have a 1-year-old, so it's like, okay, do we buy diapers or do we register the truck? So, and there's been like other things that he's been struggling with, like addiction wise. And that's, I don't want to get too much into that just because that is very personal on a level that I don't know if I want that on air.
Okay.
But, and that has like drained some of our finances as well.
Can you answer one question, just yes or no?
Yeah.
Is it gambling?
No.
Okay.
No, it's honestly, it's a lot worse than that.
Okay.
And it is rooted into like childhood trauma, and his mom has a lot to do with it, and she's just always jumped in to solve all of his problems, and he's never created the skills to be able to problem solve on his own, and that has also caused a lot of problems in our marriage. Because I grew up in a tough love home, like I did, and it's not that I try to do that same process to my husband, but I'm not one.
He needs it.
But it's, I don't want to build up like a false sense of pride in him in a way, because his mom is always just like, the best way I can explain it is like if she could marry her own son, she would. And just the way that she builds him up all the time.
I totally get that. But I'm saying is he desperately, desperately needs somebody who is not codependent on him, who's not using him, who's not a parasite to him.
Yeah.
But he needs somebody who actually loves him. Tough love is not always bad.
No. And I think the thing that he struggles with is that I actually hold him accountable to things, and he really struggles with that.
I know. Okay, he's not on the phone, and you've mentioned all these things about him.
Yeah.
How can I help you?
Okay, so I need to know how to bring this up to him without making him feel like he's attacked. Because
you can't.
Other times
You've been doing this forever. How long have y'all been together?
5 years, married for 4.
Okay. You have been dancing around him for 4 or 5 years. Stop.
Yeah.
Because by dancing around him, you are co-creating his childhood again.
Yeah.
Somebody has to stop because you are now unsafe. Relationally, financially, emotionally. When I say unsafe, I'm not talking about like the little safe space at a small private school.
Yeah.
I'm talking about you may not be able to buy groceries for your baby.
Yeah.
You have to own that reality. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you also have to know you're married to somebody who is very, very unwell.
Yeah.
And so dancing around that isn't helpful. It's you saying, here's what must be true.
Yeah.
You pick your mother or you pick me. And here's what picking me means. Because you're trying to be, you're trying to be married to 2 people right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And I have told him that, and his mom is very passive aggressive towards me, and she attacks me in private.
Okay, but
she's told me to my, it's not a good situation.
Okay, but she doesn't get a vote in your life.
No, she doesn't.
Awesome. But there has to come a moment. Here's the deal. The moment's going to come. I'd rather you pull the car up to the parking lot than have it dropped into your lap. The moment will come when he has to choose mommy or his wife and his child.
Yeah.
Period. And if he chooses wife and child, he's going to go to rehab. Period.
Yeah, he needs to.
And if he is going to choose wife and child, he's not going to have a hobby that barely makes money. If he is going to choose wife and child, he's not going to, and I'm making this up, I don't know if this is true, he's not going to drive intoxicated into a field of elk. If he's going to pick...
Sorry, can you say that again?
I'm making this up, right? So I don't know if this is true or not,
okay.
but if he is going to choose wife and child, he's not going to drive intoxicated into a field full of elk.
Yeah.
If he's going to choose wife and child, he's going to have a steady job and he can start a new business later, but he needs some stability and somebody that says you have to be here in this office at 6:45 a.m.
Yeah.
Working a 12-hour shift. Otherwise, you're punting reality down the road, and there will be the cards will get called on the table at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I'd much rather you do that before you have 2 other kids and a mortgage that you can't afford, and $100,000.
I have 2 older kids.
Okay, and $100,000 in student loans, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, you see where this train is heading.
Yeah. Yeah, and so, like, I'm very heavily in with a church, and they've extremely helped me a lot with this, and a lot of the things that you're saying, because when I had first called into the show or written into the show, like, it's been a couple of weeks, but a lot has happened since then, and I did come to that reality that I did tell my husband at one point. I was like, I have my own abandonment issues. And I was like, I did tell him, I was like, this is where, like, all of your actions are leading me into triggering my abandonment, and I can't do it anymore. And I was like, I have to let you go, in a sense of trying to control what you do and, like, your addiction, all of these things. I was like, I can't do it anymore. And
okay, but did you do the next step, which is create your own checking account and have your money direct deposit in there so he can't get it?
So I've always had my own account set up for my business.
No. I'm talking about for your home.
Well, yeah.
And don't live out of your business account. That's a mess.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, please don't do that. That's a tax nightmare. Okay. That's a way to get your business in a mess and your home in a mess.
Okay.
And if you listen to me ever, I tell everybody day one, like, you walk down the aisle, walk right out and go to a bank and you'll open a checking account together.
Yeah.
Right. And so, but I'm telling you not to do that because it's not safe right now.
Yeah.
But I guess here's what I want to challenge you. I want you to pause the counselees. And I want you to practice standing up as a woman of strength and ownership.
Okay.
What do I mean? I mean, not sitting down with him while he's got his phone in his hand and say, hey, you're triggering my abandonment issues. But I'm saying you stare at him and say, put your phone down. I have something direct to say to you.
Okay.
You choose me, and here's what that means, or you choose your mommy and your addiction.
Yeah.
But as for me and my house, we're not moving forward. You get that strength I'm talking about? And I think you have a fear that he's going to go run to his mom's house and she'll welcome him with open arms.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
may have happened before.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's,
okay.
I've kind of crossed that bridge already.
I know, but here's the thing. That means he's already there.
Yeah.
And y'all are just playing.
Mm-hmm.
And as you want to keep playing, you can do that. You can keep doing that.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
But I think you deserve more than that. I think he deserves more than that. But nobody's ever called him out. And it may be that nobody's ever going to call him out because he's always going to have this backup plan in the form of mommy in her basement. And I honestly don't know how to counteract that other than to call mom and say, hey, you're destroying your son. But that message wouldn't get through to her at all. Yeah, here's the deal. You are headed towards a put up or shut up moment. I would rather be in charge of that moment instead of having that moment happen to me. This is about choosing reality. And the reality is, you got a husband that's struggling with addiction. You have a husband who goes to mom before his wife. You've got 2 older kids. You have a young baby who you can't afford diapers because your husband wrecked the truck. Your husband quit his good job to start his own business. It's you sitting down with a friend or with a counselor, or if you've got a good mentor at your church, to sit down with somebody and say, okay, here's what must be true. Here's what I want for my life. Because he's cheating on you with his mom. Let me put it that way. Maybe not sexually, but in every other way. Financially, emotionally, relationally. He's cheating on you with his mother. And you're the one getting dragged behind. So no more counselees. You're triggering my attachment. As for me and my house, do you want in on this relationship or do you want out? You get to choose. And if you want to stay, here's what this is going to look like. And he might say, bye, Felicia, I'm out. But I think he's already said it. Today's day 1. We'll be thinking about you, Sarah. When we come back, a woman asks how to care for herself while living with a very depressed partner. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. This time of year can be tough for everybody, so I want you to make sure you check in on your friends and reconnect with loved ones. I recently just got back from visiting some old friends in Texas, and it was like a cup of cold water in the desert. And just like it can take a little courage to send a message or grab coffee with somebody you haven't seen in a while, reaching out for therapy can also feel hard too. But if you need it, it's worth it. If you're reaching out for a new therapist, I recommend BetterHelp. With over 30,000 therapists, they're the largest online therapy provider in the world. They've served over 5 million people globally, and they have an average rating of 4.9 out of 5. It's totally online, so it can easily fit into your banana schedule. To get started, you just answer a few simple questions, and they're going to connect you with a licensed therapist who fits your needs. And if it's not the right fit out of the gate, you can switch at any time for no extra cost. This month, don't wait to reach out. BetterHelp makes it easy to take a first step to find a therapist. Visit BetterHelp.com/Delony to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Delony. All right, we're back. Let's go to South Bend, Indiana, and talk to LYNN. What's up, Lynn?
Hi. I want to thank you for the work you do. I feel like your biggest fan, and I've never missed an episode. So I have to start by telling you
I think
that.
I've missed a few episodes. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. So last year, it's been almost a year now, I fell from a ladder and I had a spinal cord injury.
Oh, man, I'm sorry.
Thank you. So I'm paralyzed from like the hips down now. So life has completely changed.
Like you're completely chair-bound?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
So before, like the summer before my accident, I started going to therapy, just trying to have a little more self-care. So I've been married for 11 years. I have 3 stepsons, and I was just putting everybody else first. So I was trying to reclaim my peace, my happiness, without always giving myself to everybody else. So then I had my accident, and suddenly I needed everybody a lot. And it was a big change in our household because I cooked, I cleaned, I loved being a wife and mom and doing all the things. And then suddenly I couldn't. So it was a big shift, and my husband fell into pretty deep depression. He's got a high ACEs score. He's got a lot going on. He's in law enforcement. He's studying for the bar now. So he's got his own stuff too. But I kind of take it personally because now I need a lot more, and he's really withdrawn, emotionally, physically. And I'm just trying to figure out how to keep myself happy.
Yeah.
When I often feel like a burden, and he'll say I'm not a burden, but I can feel his energy, and I feel like a burden. And he'll tell me he loves me, and I'll say I don't feel like you do, and then he'll say, well, you're just being negative. And I try to say, well, for 11 months now, I've been nothing but positive, very intentionally been nothing but positive. And I had been negative before, and I know that I nag, but I haven't since my accident, because I already feel like a burden, if that makes sense.
So this accident happened. So I want to back up because you said a couple of things and things are kind of bouncing around, okay?
Okay.
You said, I decided to go see a counselor because I was tired of giving myself away to everybody.
Yes.
I needed to rebuild myself from the floor up. Who am I, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Followed by, I loved cooking and cleaning and being a wife and mother.
Yes. And busyness was my drug.
Okay.
So I would burn myself out doing those things as well.
Okay.
So I was trying to kind of figure out that balance.
Okay. So it wasn't that you were thinking, oh my God, I married the wrong person. I wish I didn't have these dumb stepkids. It was, I love doing that part, and it can be really easy that kids are suddenly yelling, where's my socks? And you're like, why don't you just do your own freaking socks for it? Like, it's just finding that balance, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then your husband's in his 3L year, his last year of law school.
Yep.
When you have suddenly his wife is paralyzed.
Yep.
Is he still doing law enforcement stuff too, or is he in school full time?
He's still doing law enforcement. He'll take the bar in February. So now he's studying for the bar, but still working full time.
Good Lord.
And he offered to quit law school. I said, do not quit law school. Literally all I can do is sit around. Like, you don't have to quit law school. And I'm really self-sufficient at home now.
Sure.
So.
Okay, so I guess I want to start with this.
Okay.
I've had this exact conversation with spouses of 3L students studying for the bar who are very able-bodied.
Okay.
Where did my spouse go?
Yeah.
Okay. So some of this is very seasonal.
Okay.
Whereas
I will say that he did. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. You're good. Go
he
ahead.
did ask me to be very patient. He said, just be patient with me.
Yeah.
So, sorry, go ahead.
Well, and recommendation number one, I always told law students, is do not work during this time.
Oh.
So he's working in a job where people are trying to shoot him every day.
Yeah.
Or they hate that he's showing up. And then he goes and studies for the bar. And then I don't want to give anybody a pass, but I'm just trying to provide a context, not an excuse, but a context.
Mm-hmm.
My guess is he is a problem solver to the max. Is that fair?
Yeah.
His love language is, I'm going to get the oil changed? Or do you do that too?
Well, that's probably not the best example.
Here's what I'm saying. If you come home and say, I'm struggling with X, Y, or Z, does he want to solve it for you? Maybe not.
No.
Okay. Dang, Gina. Good on him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, don't lament that. Most of the law enforcement wives I know are like, I just want him to sit by me, not fix everything. Here's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if he doesn't know how to love you next. And most of the time when there's a major shift, somebody gets in an accident, somebody's mom dies, somebody loses a job. Often both people are, quote unquote, trying to get back to the way things were.
Mm-hmm.
And it's you've heard me say this 1,000 times. Did you listen to the show a lot? The marriage y'all had is over.
Mm-hmm.
And it's exhaling and saying, okay, what kind of marriage do we want to build now? And it just so happens y'all are trying to rebuild a marriage in the middle of the worst blizzard, which is studying for the February bar.
Mm-hmm.
While he's working a full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
While you're raising his 3 stepsons.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so y'all are going to have to come up with a patchwork 3-month plan or 4-month plan, followed by a 6-month plan.
Okay.
Which is, how can I love you right now? Here's what love looks like. Because y'all are going to get in these gaslight dances, right? I can tell you don't love me. I love you. You're just being negative. I'm not being negative. I'm being super positive. I can just tell you don't love me. And neither of you, you're both saying things to each other to keep yourselves safe.
Yeah.
Instead of, I miss you, and here's what I need. Here's what I want. I want you to hold my hand. I want you to pick me up out of this chair, and I want you to put me in your lap, and I want to watch a TV show with you.
Okay.
I can't feel my feet, but I still want to hook up. Right? And I'm just putting things out there.
Yeah.
Like that, but it's here is permission, here is the path to my heart.
Okay.
Here's the path to my body.
Yeah, because that's a whole new territory as well.
It is. But like, if he doesn't know what's safe, what's not safe, and I don't even know how to ask the words, does this hurt? Does this feel okay? Is this like, it's slowly walking through those step by step by step, and it's figuring out a way. Is there a way we can laugh through this?
Okay.
Is there a way we can be silly? Is there an off ramp here? There is we're going to try this, and if this doesn't work, we're going directly to plan B. Like, it's saying those things out loud instead of getting frustrated and then nobody does anything and then you both miss each other.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
And
a lot of times, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'll try to tell him something and then he gets very defensive about it.
Of course.
Or does the whole like, sorry, I'm not good enough. Sorry, I'm not so-and-so. It's hard for him to hear that. So I think if I can come at it like you're saying, very explicit and what I need in the moment, that would be helpful.
But here's another thing. It's sitting down at the table when you'll have a clear of the deck, like, hey, we got a new marriage now. You have a wife that is chairbound for this season. I have a husband and taking one of, if not the most stressful exam of any academic exam in this season, while also working a full-time job, trying to keep food on the table. Like, I need you, if I say something, if you say these words, we're both trying to figure out how to do this new life. If I say something that sounds critical, I'm going to ask you to hear it as, I love you so much. Could you love me like this?
Okay.
Not you're failing me. And what you're asking him to do is to be a big grown-up, big boy and not run away every time he gets his feelings hurt.
Yes.
And you'll have to be able to put money on the table. You have to be able to put sex on the table and say things explicitly. I want you to take my shirt off, but I'm sitting in a wheelchair and I know that's weird. Can we laugh and figure this out? Or I want to do X, Y, or Z, and I know that's going to be weird until we get through it the first time or the 10th time. And it's not how Hollywood draws it up, but it's just walking through that together.
Okay. Yeah, that all makes a lot of sense. Because we have tiptoed around a lot, and we both have thoughts and feelings, and we try to share, but it's different and awkward. And
that's why I love the clear the deck meeting. Because otherwise people they get the courage, and or they hold it, and then it just explodes. Well, I want to try this, and you never want to do this. And it always comes at a day when you've had 2 extra painkillers and you've had constipation for 4 days, and you're like, not today. And then it feels like he finally got I want to do this, and then he feels rejected, and the only thing he can do is fight back. Right? It just starts this loop. Yeah. Or you finally get the courage to say, hey, honey, tonight, maybe. And that's the night he's got the biggest bar prep day. Right? So it's just, it's getting away and clearing the deck and saying, hey, what does this look like? For just 4 months. Anybody can do anything for 4 months.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, tiptoe. It's the opposite of tiptoe.
Okay.
Do you think he loves you?
I do. I just
that was a long hesitation, Lynn.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if this is too much. He says it's not. But
okay, when you say if this is too much, I want you to be honest about what you're asking. Am I still lovable now that I'm in a chair?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah.
And if he says yes, I'm in. You can't keep taking your doubt, your cinder blocks you're carrying around and handing them to him and making him carry them.
Okay.
Just because you feel less than or not beautiful or maybe a burden or not lovable doesn't mean that he thinks you are. But what you go looking for in the world, you're sure to find.
Yeah. So then I just, I guess, look to see if his actions match those words after I give him, or, after we talk specifics. And
I want you to put the focus not on him for right now, but on you. Here's what I mean.
Okay.
I want you to look him in the eye and say, every ounce of my being feels like I'm a burden to you now, but I'm going to trust you that I'm not.
Okay.
And I'm going to practice feeling lovable.
Yeah.
I'm going to practice feeling sexy. I'm going to practice feeling spontaneous.
Yeah.
And all of those things are going to feel uncomfortable. And you're going to look for every glance he gives you, every time he closes his eyes and looks away. You're going to look for every shred of proof that you're not lovable, that you're not sexy, that you're not pretty, that you're not wife material anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to commit to practicing those things.
Okay. I can do that.
And then he's going to have to commit to practicing to just going in, and it's going to be weird to unbutton somebody's shirt when they're sitting in a chair.
Mm-hmm.
It just is.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. Yep.
It's going to be awkward to fill in the blank. But it's the only thing that's going to crush this thing is the tiptoeing.
Okay.
Just head right through it. This is what this is, what this is. This is us choosing reality.
Okay.
And you are going to stay on your OT.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're seeing gains and you're seeing yourself get stronger and you're seeing these changes, that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very hopeful.
Okay. I'll also say one more thing, and this is just my personal experience with my friends who are police officers.
Mm-hmm.
Many of them carry shame that their wives have to work when they don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
There's this sense that I'm doing this really remarkable job, this hard job, this providing job, it's this caring job. Yet when I go to the only metric that most men have to whether they're worthy of being loved, which is their checking account, that job doesn't pay anything. It's a cultural disgrace. But it's just where we are.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't imagine that he's not also carrying around the fact that his wife still has to go to work in this season. Maybe not. Maybe I'm projecting onto him just from my friends that are officers.
No, I think that's pretty accurate.
But letting him know I want to be here right now. And that I see how hard you're working so that one day you're going to get a job as an attorney. You're either going to go help the least of these, which is or you're going to go make a whole bunch of money or both or whatever. But I see how hard you're working for me, for us. I'm so proud of you.
And I probably don't say that enough. I say it, but not nearly enough. And
But I mean,
like
saying
that.
it like where you have both hands on his face.
Yeah, yeah. You could use that.
And then you can say, all right, dummy, now hold my face and tell me that I'm still hot, right?
Yep.
Or I just made that up. That was sexist, sorry. But like whatever you need to hear or want to hear. Like I see how hard you're working and you're going to work and I'm proud of you too, right? It's y'all committing to, we got to rebuild this thing from the floor up. Do you still choose me?
Yeah. Okay. And then believe it.
And not right out the gate, because most people are like, I'm going to believe it. And then you don't feel it, right? It's practicing that belief.
Okay.
I'm going to choose to, when he says, I love you, and then he does X, Y, or Z, I'm going to choose to believe that, even when I don't feel it.
Okay.
And that means when I choose to believe it, I'm going to take an action. I'm going to send him a card. I'm going to send him a flirty text. I'm going to send him something. I'm going to practice the action of belief.
And we did download your app, and he has been sending me I love you texts throughout the day.
Gross.
So.
Okay. Listen, thanks for getting that app. But tell him, I don't want you to send me just I love you text. Here's what I really want.
Okay.
I want a shirtless picture of you in your uniform. I don't know what weird stuff y'all are into. But like, I want you to like up the ante for him and give him a barrier to cross to come get his love.
Okay.
A tiny barrier, a teeny tiny one.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I like that. Yeah.
My guess is he is sitting around thinking, I can't even provide for my wife. And yet he's working a full-time job and studying for the bar, which is something I always tell people don't do.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to love her now, but I do.
Yeah. That is really helpful. That just makes my heart feel better, just thinking of it that way.
Awesome. And everything has changed, and you're still worthy of being loved, Lynn.
Thank you.
And the new adventure is, how do we be rambunctious and full of joy and play and eros and sexy and sad sometimes and grieving? How do we do all that together now? Because it's all new. You have a totally new marriage. And the fun to be had here, the adventure to be had here is getting to discover each other again in this new environment, this new context. Hi, my name is Lynn. I think you're kind of cute. You want to go out? Like, that's where we are, which can be terrifying and kind of awesome. Thanks for the call, sister. We'll be right back. If you have ever seen me out in the world, whether I'm speaking on stages, at live events, or even the other night when I was at a comedy club doing a set, you have seen me wearing a poncho shirt. It is cold outside right now, so I can wear my favorites, my poncho denims and flannels. These are the ones I wear almost every day, like the Laramie, the Buffalo, and so many more. I love all of Poncho's shirts. Poncho's performance denim has that soft, broken-in feel with a little bit of stretch. It's like you've worn it 100 times, but it still looks incredible. Poncho flannels come in original or Western styles, and I guarantee you they're going to be the softest shirts you own. Somehow they're both durable, but also insanely comfortable. Poncho shirts come in slim or regular fit. They're built for real life, and they hold up to whatever your day throws at you. When you are shopping for the guys in your life this holiday season, go to ponchooutdoors.com/Delony. By the way, everyone I know is wearing Poncho shirts now. Airports, other states, all across the country, people are getting the message. Poncho shirts are the best. You can sign up right now with your email, and you're going to get $10 off your first order. That's ponchooutdoors.com/Delony. Go check them out. All right, Kelly, something cool happened. What is it?
All right, this is from Megan in Salt Lake City. And Megan writes, "Thank you for making the Questions for Humans cards. Trying to get my husband to talk is like trying to draw blood from a stone. Even when I ask him how his day was, I get one-word answers. On our most recent dates, I pulled out the couples deck and we had a nice conversation. On the way home, he started asking me questions and it was delightful. I have the questions in my purse now and we pull them out anytime we are together. Who knew that something so simple would make such a huge difference?"
Awesome. Wait, hey, thanks for not giving up on your husband and going for different ways to try to communicate with him. And good on him for being like, I'll put my phone down, okay. I guess that's my voice for every husband at a restaurant who just answers one. That's the language my son speaks now, is this. Hey, how was school today? Good.
I was good. Fine.
Hey, I just got $1 million in cash for you. Okay.
All right. Yeah, my son comes home. He's 19. He'll come in from work. How was your shift? Fine. Great.
Has your son had the, hey, is this just the rest of my life now? Where you just wake up and go to work and then come home?
A little bit. He starts trade school, hopefully in January, because he's on the waiting list, so we're waiting. So he knows there's something else in between, but he's realizing it's like, oh, this is what I've chosen, and this is it.
Forever.
Yeah.
My wife tells this great story about like being in high school and like seeing her mom making lunches or something, and she was like, this is just your life. And she like called her mom out, and her mom just like walked out of there like, oh, that was a deep one. I mean, like, you just wake up every day and like do the same stupid thing over and go to bed and repeat. That's just your life. And I was like, oh God, being an adult's terrible.
Well, now he'll say things like, So I'll ask him to do something. And mind you, he's not working quite full time. He's like 30-something hours. And he'll be like, I have to work today. I'll be like, really? How's that? The 5-hour shift that you worked. How's that going? And then he'll realize he said it. And he's like, oh, okay.
I mean,
never mind.
Yeah. That's awesome.
When they realize like, oh, I have to work and still do all the things that I have to do. And yeah. So there's a little vindication in it.
Feels so good.
Yeah,
feels
it does.
so good.
Yeah. And I always say, remember when you couldn't wait to be an adult? Welcome. Here it is.
And
it sucks.
Yeah, except you can go to Taco Bell whenever you want.
Which he's starting to flex that now. He's starting to realize, and like we've ever told him he couldn't. Like last night, a friend of his picked him up at 10 o'clock, and they went out because his friend just got a new car, and they went out for like an hour and a half, and he was like, oh, I can do that now. And I'm like, he's like, do you mind? I was like, you're 19.
Yeah.
Be home by midnight. That's all I ask. And he's like, oh, okay. So he's starting to realize those things.
Yeah, you
and
can tell a 19-year-old you don't want Taco Bell at 11 o'clock. But you just have to let the digestive system do the talking.
Figure that out. And he's going on his first weekend trip this weekend.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they're going to Gatlinburg for a car show because that's my son's passion is cars. And so he and another guy, they've got their own hotel room.
Oh, yeah.
And
do they still have the car girls, like the women in bikinis with like the things, or is that like OG?
I don't know. None of the car shows I've been to with him. It's just a lot of and that stuff. But it's all like Ferraris and McLarens. This is like high-end cars.
Oh, so it's not tight. It's not mustaches. This is like tight jeans.
No, this is like
smaller men.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
This is a lot of like really, really expensive sports cars. And so, but they're going just the two of them. They're staying for 2 nights. So, and I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. You can do it. He's 19. It's okay. A little nervous. It's going to be at Gatlinburg. It's not like it's Vegas. So,
I mean, for a 19-year-old, I have made crummy hotels in La Mesa, Texas into Vegas, so you can figure it out.
Okay. Shush.
I'm just saying. Gatlinburg, here they come. Love you guys. Stay out of trouble. Bye.